It's now been almost a decade since tens of thousands of people left their homes not knowing what they would come back to. Water was traveling downstream and devastating towns across eastern Iowa.
And the Weather First team looks into the science behind the floods of '08 in this special report, Kelly.
Heartbreak, tragedy, devastation, destruction.
Something, I've never seen before and hope to never see again.
This one blew 1993 away.
Just a remarkable event and one that I don't ever see happening again.
Just don't statistically see that.
The story of the flood of 2008 starts well before the water rose.
It was in the makings over a year before the flood actually occurred. 2007 was an extremely wet year, the fourth wettest in Iowa history.
Then a cold, snowy winter.
There was extreme snowfall and snowpack across the upper Mississippi River Valley region, so across from northern Iowa into Wisconsin.
At one time, there was 4 to 7 inches of liquid equivalent snowfall, and it had to go somewhere.
Your soils are essentially like a slab of concrete where any rain that falls on it is going to run off straight into your river systems.
And then another wet spring.
In 2008, it just kept raining and raining and raining.
Father, I just pray that you would protect everyone in the path of that storm.
It started around the week of the Parkersburg tornado. Multiple rounds of rain falling over the river's watersheds.
Continuous training and repetitive rains. Literally, and this area, is very dense in terms of soil. It can take a lot of water. It had just gotten to the point where there was no way for it to take anymore.
The Cedar, Wapsipinicon, Turkey, and Iowa rivers all rose during the week of June 8th, all hitting record levels.
For Cedar Rapids, the worst of it hit just as the crest was approaching when 5 inches of rain fell just before the crest.
Prior to 2008, the Cedar River had not surpassed 20 feet in Cedar Rapids in the 157 years on record.
There is a street pole that is collapsing literally just now as a truck hit it.
On June 13th, the Cedar rose 11 feet above the previous record, more than 31 feet. It was a 500-year flood.
You have 0.1% chance to reach that level every year. It's very low, extremely low.
It's like drawing 4 aces. You literally are having all the factors come together that maximize the highest impact.
By the time flood experts realized what was happening, the city scrambled to react.
People lost everything, and we couldn't stop it.
Steve O'Connick is now the emergency management coordinator for Lynn County, but was on the Cedar Rapids police force during the 2008 flood.
Putting in mitigation strategies the best we could. There were some smart people making decisions back then and did the best they could with what they were facing. And I don't think anybody knew that the water was going to be as high as it was and as quick as it came.
The city and county's efforts paid off, and remarkably, no one died during the floods. Now that 2008 event helps with preparing for future disasters.
Cedar Rapids residents and Palo residents had a good understanding of flooding before, but it has increased their willingness to move out of their homes when they're told to evacuate. They know that just because it went to a certain level on a certain year, it can bypass that by 10, 12, 15 feet.
People quickly responded in 2016, preparing for the worst with sandbagging and evacuations.
It was like a Navy SEAL operation. I was so thankful to all my friends and family.
Luckily, all the knowledge and preparation paid off.
If there's anything at all good that ever comes out of a disaster, that would be that next time it helps people to prepare.
It was a perfect storm of rain, snow, and more rain, setting up in the wrong spot, leading to an unprecedented disaster. Meteorologist Rebecca Kopelman, Fox 28 News. Wow, great work on that the entire weather team. A really interesting look at exactly that recipe.
Yeah, I like the analogy of like getting 4 aces.
Yeah.
Or like winning the lottery. In this case, this is a lottery you wouldn't want to win. The chances are absolutely minimal that would ever happen here again. And this year, of course, we had pretty light rains here in eastern Iowa. Flooding hasn't been an issue for us at all. Looks like it's going to stay that way this